first time I heard about small groups was at actually the first Young Life Club. I remember being overwhelmed by just the hundreds of people around me at the time, and bumping into, at the time, a guy that I only knew for one day, my friend Reese Leonard, and he just said that I had to join his small group. And I don't know why he was so sure about it, because he was also a freshman, but he was just dying to sign up. So I just jumped in and signed up, and he is now one of my best friends.
So my first time that I showed up to small group, I had no clue kind of who was going to be in my group. We had people from different backgrounds, and it was honestly showing up a little overwhelming at first, but it just became such a place where I can feel comfortable and safe and open with these guys.
I think something that small groups taught me is just what it really means to be vulnerable. And even I remember my freshman year spring break trip, they talked about friendships and how in high school a lot of the times they're ankle deep. But in college, in this incredible small group, that we just get to be all in together. And I think that's one of the sweetest things, because we all want to be known.
I was a little nervous, kind of talking about some serious stuff with guys I had never met, but I could just tell that like these dudes wanted to know me. And
the first night that we had small group, it was in front of the tower. There's a group of dudes who really, each person was just so individually special and like, I don't know, unique in their own way. And that was like the first thing that I noticed, and the first thing that I thought was really cool was that it just wasn't a group of all the same guys. That night was kind of awkward because we were all just trying to figure each other out and understand what like the semester in Young Life small group would be about. But quickly from there on, we all just started to mesh.
The group of girls that were in my small group have continued to be friends since again that first time that we started meeting at SRD. Multiple of them were bridesmaids in my wedding, and continue to be lifelong friends that I actually meet with weekly still. But now,
I mean, through the chaos of freshman year, the chaos of classes and everything else, you can set aside an hour and a half to be with a group of guys or a group of girls, and it just gives you some consistency throughout the week that I've really come to enjoy.
I know I can go to these girls for anything and everything, to laugh with, to cry with, to just be real with.
And I remember actually finals week freshman year spilling a cup of Coke on my computer and just being super stressed out, and 3 days later my small group had come up with enough money to replace the screen on my computer. And it's just like something that's so small and so insignificant seemingly at that moment, but was just so huge because time in and time out, like people in our small group have needed things, and people have just been willing to be generous and share with others. And that's my favorite part of our small group.
One of my favorite memories of my small group, as well as one of my favorite memories of honestly of all of freshman year, is that my small group signed up for Young Life Spring Break, and it was honestly such a great time. And just seeing those relationships I've been building throughout the whole year and kind of all going on this trip together was just an incredible way to spend my spring break, and that was awesome.
I think another part of being a part of that community, of that small group, was the leadership and the example that I got from my own leader, Ashley. She's someone that has pushed me to dream and to think of my options, especially moving forward after school, after college.
For me, having the small group provided a place where I could consistently come every week and grow in my friendships and also in my faith, and have someone who is older than me leading me through what can be a really confusing and hard year.
So, I mean, you'll have a lot of great experiences within your small group. You'll meet great friends. Like me, you might even end up living with half of your group, so it's a good time.
So I really encourage freshmen to get in a small group and just show up, because it's crazy how quickly the small group gets close. And it's just a really special thing that I couldn't find in other places in college.
It's honestly been the best decision I've made all of my college experience, speaking as a senior. So just do it. It's the best.
It's just something that's been so fulfilling in so many different ways, and honestly it's just grown me as a person, and yeah, you guys should all freaking join.
Words we've said, we will all be changed.
Bye.